What's the secret ingredient some people have that makes them shine with confidence? It might surprise you to learn it's not magic, but a collection of everyday habits. Self-confidence, it's like an invisible shield, a personal superpower that can dramatically influence our lives. Self-confidence isn't just about standing tall or speaking loudly. It's the inner certainty, the belief in oneself that radiates from within, influencing how we perceive ourselves and how others perceive us in return. It's the firm handshake, the eye contact, the smile that says, "I believe in me, and so should you." Think about it. When we're confident, we're more likely to take risks, to step outside our comfort zones, to chase our dreams. Confident individuals tend to perform better in various spheres of life, be it at work, in personal relationships, or even in the simple act of walking into a room. But here's the question. What if our self-confidence is being chipped away at, little by little, by some of our daily habits? What if, without realizing it, we're doing things that are undermining this vital aspect of our being? Understanding the importance of self-confidence is the first step towards building it. Now let's delve into the habits that might be destroying your self-esteem. Ever caught yourself obsessing over minor flaws or constantly talking about your perceived weaknesses? We often don't realize it, but these are self-defeating habits that can erode our self-confidence. Let's delve deeper into these habits and their impact. First up is neglecting appearance. When you disregard your appearance, you're subtly conveying disrespect for yourself. This can negatively impact your self-esteem, making you feel less worthy and confident. Remember, when you look good, you feel good. It's not vanity, it's self-respect. Next, we have obsessing over minor flaws. We all have flaws, and that's perfectly normal. However, when we fixate on these, it leads to self-criticism and feelings of inadequacy. It's like looking at a beautiful painting with a magnifying glass, focusing only on the tiny imperfections while ignoring the masterpiece as a whole. Moving on to the third habit, constantly talking about perceived weaknesses. While it's important to acknowledge areas for improvement, constantly talking about your weaknesses can come across as insecurity and diminish your image. It not only makes you feel less confident, but also paints a less favorable picture of you to others. The fourth habit is over-complimenting others. Compliments are wonderful, but when you consistently overpraise others, it can create a narrative of being inferior to them. It's like saying, "You're so great, and I'm not." Balance is key. Recognize and appreciate the goodness in others, but don't forget to appreciate your own worth. Finally, we come to believing negative self-talk. We all have an inner critic, but the problem arises when we start believing this critic's harsh words. Negative self-talk lowers self-esteem and hinders our ability to achieve our goals. It's like a toxic friend inside our heads, constantly pulling us down. These habits, if unchecked, can severely damage your self-esteem. But don't worry, there are ways to overcome them, which we'll discuss later. Are you always the one giving in to others' decisions, or do you often find yourself in toxic relationships? These are signs of self-defeating habits that could be gnawing away at your self-esteem. Let's explore the next 5 damaging habits. We'll start with excessive apologizing. Apologizing is a sign of respect and acknowledgement when we've made a mistake, but when it becomes a constant refrain for every small thing, it can make you seem unsure of yourself and your abilities. It's as if you're constantly seeking approval, which can erode your confidence over time. Next up is the habit of letting others make decisions for you. It's perfectly fine to seek advice and input from others. But when you let others dictate your choices and actions, it diminishes your belief in your own judgment. It's like telling yourself you're not capable of making sound decisions, which can seriously dent your self-worth. Then, we have the habit of lowering standards. By settling for less than you deserve, you're implying that you're not worthy of the best. This can be a slippery slope, leading to more compromises and dissatisfaction in the long run. Remember, your standards reflect your self-worth, so don't shortchange yourself. Maintaining toxic relationships is another damaging habit. These are relationships that drain you emotionally, make you feel unworthy, or constantly belittle your achievements. They can significantly impact your self-esteem and confidence in a negative way. It's essential to assess and prune such relationships from your life to protect your mental well-being. Lastly, we have the habit of comparing oneself to others. This can lead to feelings of jealousy and resentment, which can be destructive to your self-esteem. Remember, each person's journey is unique, and comparisons rarely account for the full picture. Instead of comparing, focus on your own growth and achievements. It's important to understand that these habits don't define you. You have the power to change them. Now that you're aware of these self-defeating habits, are you ready to replace them with positive ones? Let's delve into how you can overcome these damaging habits. It all begins with self-care. Like a garden, your confidence flourishes when it's well tended. Nourishing your body, mind, and spirit is the ultimate act of self-love. It's a powerful statement that you value yourself and deserve care. Next, let's talk about setting boundaries. This is about honoring your needs and wants and expressing them to others confidently. This isn't about being selfish, it's about self-preservation. By setting boundaries, you're teaching others how to treat you, and in turn, you bolster your self-esteem. Now, facing fears. It's natural to feel scared or anxious when stepping out of your comfort zone, but remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. So celebrate those small victories. They are proof of your courage and resilience. Setting realistic goals is another way to boost your confidence. Goals give you a sense of direction and purpose. They provide a roadmap to where you want to go and who you want to be. When setting goals, remember to be realistic. Aim for progress, not perfection. And let's not forget self-compassion. It's about being kind to yourself in moments of failure or pain. It's about acknowledging that you, like everyone else, are human and vulnerable to mistakes. Instead of beating yourself up, use these moments as opportunities to learn and grow. Lastly, don't hesitate to seek help when needed. There's strength in knowing when you need support and asking for it. Whether it's from a trusted friend, a mentor, or a professional, seeking help is a testament to your resilience. Remember, the journey to self-confidence starts with you. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and knowing that you are enough. So, are you ready to break free from these confidence-crushing habits? Let's take a quick walk down memory lane. We've discussed 10 habits that could be gnawing away at your self-esteem. These include neglecting your appearance, obsessing over minor flaws, excessively talking about perceived weaknesses, over-complimenting others, and believing in negative self-talk. But don't worry, we also explored how other habits like letting others make decisions for you, lowering your standards, maintaining toxic relationships, and comparing yourself to others can also take a toll on your confidence. The good news is that recognizing and addressing these habits is the first step towards building a healthier self-confidence. We've provided some strategies to combat these behaviors and replace them with positive thoughts and actions. Remember, confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Start today and watch how your life changes for the better.